Suffering and Consolation by Charles Spurgeon. As the sufferings of Christ abound in us, so the consolations of Christ abound. Here is the blessed proportion. God always keeps a pair of scales. In this side he puts his people's trials, and in that he puts their consolations. When the scale of trial is nearly empty, you will always find the scale of consolation in nearly the same condition. And when the scale of trials is full, you will find the scale of consolation just as heavy. For as the sufferings of Christ abound in us, even so shall consolation abound by Christ. This is a matter of pure experience. Oh, it is mysterious that when the black clouds gather most, the light within us is always the brightest. When the night lowers and the tempest is coming on, the heavenly captain is always closest to his crew. It is a blessed thing when we are most cast down, then it is that we are most lifted up by the consolations of Christ. Trials make more room for consolation. There is nothing that makes a man have a big heart like a great trial. I always find that little, miserable people whose hearts are about the size of a grain of a mustard seed never have had much to try them. I have found that those people who have no sympathy for their fellows, who never weep for the sorrows of others, very seldom have had any woes of their own. Great hearts can only be made by great troubles. The spade of troubles digs the reservoir of comfort deeper and makes more room for consolation. God comes into our heart, he finds it full, he begins to break our comforts and to make it empty. Then there is more room for grace. The humbler a man lies, the more comfort he will always have. I recollect walking with a plowman one day, a man who was deeply taught, although he was a plowman. And really, plowmen would make a great deal better preachers than many college gentlemen. He said to me, "Depend upon it, if you or I ever get 1 inch above the ground, we shall get just that inch too high." I believe it is true, for the lower we lie, the nearer to the ground we are. The more our troubles humble us, the more fit we are to receive comfort. And God always gives us comfort when we are most fit for it. That is one reason why consolations increase in the same ratio as our trials. Then trouble exercises our graces, and the very exercise of our graces tend to make us more comfortable and happy. Where showers fall most, there the grass is greenest. I suppose the fogs and mists of Ireland make it the Emerald Isle, and wherever you find great fogs of trouble and mists of sorrow, you always find emerald green hearts, full of the beautiful verdure of the comfort and love of God. O Christian, do not thou be saying, "Where are the swallows gone? They are gone, they are dead." They are not dead. They have skimmed the purple sea and gone to a far-off land. But they will be back again, by and by. Child of God, say not the flowers are dead. Say not the winter has killed them, and they are gone. Ah, no. Though winter hath coated them with the ermine of its snow, they will put up their heads again, and they will be alive very soon. Say not, child of God, that the sun is quenched because the cloud hath hidden it. Ah, no, he is behind there, brewing summer for thee. For when he cometh out again, he will have made the clouds fit to drop in April showers, all of them mothers of the sweet Mayflowers. And oh, above all, when thy God hides his face, say not that he has forgotten thee. He is but tarrying a little while to make thee love him better. And when he cometh, thou shalt have joy in the Lord, and shalt rejoice with joy unspeakable. Waiting exercises our grace. Waiting tries our faith. Therefore, wait on in hope. For though the promise tarry, it can never come too late. Another reason why we are often most happy in our troubles is this: then we have the closest dealings with God. I speak from heart knowledge and real experience. We never have such close dealings with God as when we are in tribulation. When the barn is full, man can live without God. When the purse is bursting with gold, we somehow can do without so much prayer. But once take your gourds away, you want your God. Once cleanse away the idols out of the house, then you must go and honor Jehovah. Some of you do not pray half as much as you ought. If you are the children of God, you will have the whip, and when you have that whip, you will run to your father. It is a fine day, and the child walks before his father, but there is a lion in the road. Now he comes and he takes his father's hand. He could run half a mile before him when all was fine and fair, but once bring the lion, and it is, "Father, Father," as close as he can be. It is even so with the Christian. Let all be well, and he forgets God. Jeshurun waxes fat, and he begins to kick against God. But take away his hopes, blast his joys, let the infant lie in the coffin, let the crops be blasted, let the herd be cut off from the stall, let the husband's broad shoulder lie in the grave, let the children be fatherless. Then it is that God is a God indeed. Oh, strip me naked, take from me all I have, make me poor, a beggar, penniless, helpless, dash that cistern in pieces, crush that hope, quench the stars, put out the sun, shroud the moon in darkness, and place me all alone in space, without a friend, without a helper. Still, out of the depths I will cry unto thee, O God. There is no cry so good as that which comes from the bottom of the mountains. No prayer half so hearty as that which comes up from the depths of the soul through deep trials and afflictions. Hence they bring us to God, and we are happier, for that is the way to be happy, to live near God. So that while troubles abound, they drive us to God, and then consolations abound. Some people call troubles weights. Verily, they are so. A ship that has large sails and a fair wind needs ballast. Troubles are the ballast of a believer. The eyes are the pumps which fetch out the bilge water of his soul and keep him from sinking. But if trials be weights, I tell you of a happy secret. There is such a thing as making a weight lift you. If I have a weight chained to me, it keeps me down. But give me pulleys and certain appliances, and I can make it lift me up. Yes, there is such a thing as making troubles raise me towards heaven. A gentleman once asked a friend concerning a beautiful horse of his, feeding about in the pasture with a clog on its foot, "Why do you clog such a noble animal?" "Sir," he said, "I would a great deal sooner clog him than lose him. He is given to leap ledges. That is why God clogs his people. He would rather clog them than lose them, for if he did not clog them, they would leap the hedges and be gone. They want to tether to prevent their straying, and their God binds them with afflictions, to keep them near to him, to preserve them, and to have them near to him, to preserve them, and have them in his presence. Blessed fact, as our troubles abound, our consolations also abound." This concludes the reading of Suffering and Consolation by Charles Spurgeon. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button so that videos like these can spread to more people. Also consider subscribing to our channel so that you can easily find more readings of old Puritan sermons. Thank you so much for following along, and we'll catch you in the next video.